There are lots of people who are working on sending human beings to Mars right now. But did you know that NASA wants to send human beings to Venus? Yep, that's right. And I guess a long time ago, before SpaceX and Blue Origins and whatever companies exist now for kind of space tourism, including, I think, Virgin Galactic, there was this idea of space tourism back before or during the 1950s, I guess. And during that time, you could actually select Venus as one of your destinations. Well, since that time, in our day, we don't think of Venus as a very hospitable environment. It seems like a fiery hellscape to me. I don't know about you, but it doesn't seem like the kind of place where human beings should go. So when I saw this headline from The Conversation, I was pretty surprised by it, and that's why I wanted to bring this topic up today. So NASA really does want to send humans to Venus, and they have a plan to do it. They're first going to send some kind of exploratory test missions to Venus, and then eventually they want to send some human beings there as well. And I'm wondering if they're going to send an all-female crew because a very scientific book says that women are from Venus. And I know this is the internet, so a lot of people don't understand sarcasm. That was a joke. Obviously, I don't think men are from Mars or women are from Venus, and that was definitely a joke. So I just wanted to point out that that was sarcasm, just in case you were taking me seriously. Of course, NASA should just select whatever crew they feel is most suited at the time, and that was a joke, and I'm not sure that that book is scientific at all, if you even know which one I'm talking about. So let's read just a little bit of this story from The Conversation. I want to focus on when they talk about where on Venus they're going to send people, because this is the interesting part. So they basically want to send people to Venus's atmosphere, not to actually land on the planet's surface, which again is actually a fiery, hellish landscape. And so what they found is the atmosphere of Venus is actually very habitable for humans. And so this says hovering in the atmosphere. This is from The Conversation. And they say, luckily, the idea behind NASA's new mission is not to land people on the inhospitable surface, but to use the dense atmosphere as a base for exploration. No actual date for an HAVOC type mission has been publicly announced yet. This mission is a long-term plan and will rely on small test missions to be successful first. Such a mission is actually possible right now with our current technology. The plan is to use airships which can stay aloft in the upper atmosphere of Venus for extended periods of time. And this is the last paragraph I want to read. As surprising as it might seem, the upper atmosphere of Venus is the most Earth-like location in the solar system. I want to read that one more time because it's very surprising and interesting for me. As surprising as it might seem, the upper atmosphere of Venus is the most Earth-like location in the solar system. Between the altitudes of 50 kilometers and 60 kilometers, the pressure and temperature can be compared to regions of the Earth's lower atmosphere. The atmospheric pressure in the Venusian atmosphere at 55 kilometers is about half of the pressure at sea level on Earth. In fact, you would be fine without a pressure suit, as this is roughly equivalent to the air pressure you would encounter at the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. So maybe they should send mountain climbers to Venus. Nor would you need to insulate yourself, as the temperature here ranges between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius. And I have one more article that also highlights just how hospitable Venus might actually be for humans right here from Science Alert. And this article says that Venus may have actually been habitable before now as well, until a mysterious catastrophe happened millions of years ago. So Science Alert says that Venus is not a nice place by human standards. For a world named after a Roman goddess of love and beauty, it really is quite the toxic, superheated hellscape. But it wasn't always this way. In a new study, scientists make the case for how ancient Venus could have once supported life alongside oceans of liquid water, until a mysterious resurfacing event took all that away about 700 million years ago. Our hypothesis is that Venus may have had a stable climate for billions of years, says planetary scientist Michael Way from NASA's Goddard Institute for Space Studies. It is possible that the near global resurfacing event is responsible for its transformation from an Earth-like climate to the hellish hothouse we see today. The research, presented at the EPSC-DPS joint meeting in 2019 in Geneva, Switzerland, builds upon two previously published studies by Wei and his team and related papers modeling virtualized Venus-like worlds and topographies. The upshot, the scientific team says, is that 3D GCM, or General Circulation Model, mathematical modeling supports the optimistic view that Venus spent most of its history with surface liquid water, plate tectonics, and subsequently a stable temperate climate akin to that of Earth through much of its history. This period of Earth-like climatic stability with liquid water in Venusian oceans may have lasted for up to 3 billion years, the researchers think, based on a number of simulations of what the ancient planet's climate conditions may have been like. And so, what this says to me is that while we often look to Mars as the most Earth-like planet in the solar system right now, which maybe it is, in the past it's possible that Venus was actually more like Earth. And maybe there was some kind of life on Venus, and maybe there wasn't any life on Mars, or maybe there was life on both Venus and Mars. And now, the atmosphere of Venus is the most Earth-like place in the solar system. So we often think about Mars when we think about exploring space, but NASA and some other people are thinking about Venus, and I think that's really interesting. So I wanted to bring that up today. And that's the little nugget that I had for you today. And if you want, you can join me every single morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time for another intellectual piece of dark chocolate that you can enjoy with your morning coffee or while you get ready for school or work. And with that, I'm Jim Wolf, and I hope to see you in the next video.